When Jordan Poole was traded to the Wizards this offseason, many saw it as a chance to blossom into a true star. He had his own team now, and was no longer in an offense with Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, and Klay Thompson. After an impressive 2023 season, where he averaged 20.4 points per game and 4.5 assists per game, people expected Poole to expand upon that this season. However, that just hasn't been the case. He's down in practically every category, and is averaging just 16 points and 3 assists per game, while shooting 40% from the field and 29% from 3. It hasn't been good. But if Friday's win against the Pacers is any indication, it's turning back in the right direction. He finished with 30 points, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds, while shooting a crazy 67% from the field and 75% from 3. It looked much more like the confident, fun-loving Poole we've become accustomed to over the past couple seasons. All of his scoring came within the first 3 quarters as well. As you might expect, this formula was a good one for the Wizards, as they used Poole's performance to grab an upset win over the Indiana Pacers, 137-123. In fairness to the doubters, the Pacers can't guard anyone, but if Poole could use this game as a springboard, it could help the Wizards break away from the group of 3 awful teams so far this season. Heading into tonight's action, the Wizards, Pistons, and Spurs had a combined 1 win over their last 52 combined games, which came when the Wizards beat the Pistons. In a strange turn of events, 2 of those 3 won tonight, but the Wizards feels the most sustainable. Kyle Kuzma has been solid all year, and if Jordan Poole turns into the Warriors version of himself or better, they will be a much more competitive team than they have been so far. Jordan Poole is finally back. It's a pool party in Washington. Now let's take a deeper look. Before we get into Jordan Poole's best game of the season so far, if you enjoy my content and watch a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you watched me before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. On Friday night, the Washington Wizards secured a 137-123 victory at their home court against the emerging Indiana Pacers. The triumph brought an end to the Wizards' 6-game losing streak, boosting their record to 4-20. Meanwhile, the playoff-aspiring Pacers saw their record dip to 13-10. The game, which was dubbed the No Defense Bowl, lived up to expectations as both teams, known for their high-paced offenses and ranking in the bottom 3 for defense in the league, engaged in an offensive showcase. By the conclusion of the third quarter, the score had already reached 195 points, with a noticeable absence of defensive plays, characterized by blocks, blow-bys, and fouls. The initial half witnessed one of the Wizards' most impressive performances of the season. Bilal Coulibaly stood out, contributing 14 points on efficient shooting. Notably, 2 of Coulibaly's points were emphatically scored over the head of Indiana's Aaron Nesmith. Jordan Poole dazzled in the opening half, putting up an impressive 18 points on 8 for 12 shooting, while dishing out 4 assists. Meanwhile, Tyus Jones provided the defensive highlight of the season so far for the Wizards, blocking Halliburton with gusto from behind during a 3-point attempt. Tyrese Halliburton seemed primed for a strong performance, but at halftime he only managed 8 points with uncharacteristically poor shooting splits. Fortunately for the Wizards, they avoided a Halliburton scoring spree, and he concluded the game with a modest 19 points and 11 assists, a subdued stat line for the touted next point guard in the NBA. By halftime, the Wizards were in control with a 69-55 lead, and they maintained their dominance throughout the game. Wizards fans finally had a chance to dip their toes in the Poole Party, as Jordan Poole matched his season high of 30 points with 2:17 left in the third quarter. Although he didn't score again, it hardly mattered, as the Wizards comfortably extended their lead. Coulibaly showcased one of his standout performances in his young NBA career, tallying 17 points with an efficient 6 for 9 from the field, including a solid 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Kyle Kuzma and Corey Kispert contributed significantly as well, with Kuzma notching 31 points and Kispert adding 23. They also got a triple-double from Tyus Jones. the Wizards are set to board a plane for Phoenix, gearing up to face the Suns and bask in some warm weather over the weekend. But Jordan Poole is finally back. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.